Hi everyone, it's Nicole for Simon Says Stamp with another STAMPtember limited edition exclusive. Today is all about Lawn Fawn with the Home for the Pawlidays stamp set or stamp die combo. Now remember, with the limited edition exclusives, once these are gone, they are gone. So you want to grab it while it's available if you're interested. In addition to the Home for the Pawlidays set, which is this set right here, I am going to use the new Lawn Fawn Ta-Da Diorama, part of Lawn Fawn's Fall and Winter 2023 release. I'm also going to use a couple of the new paper pads from Lawn Fawn when I am creating my card today. The pattern papers are from Spiffier, Speckles, and Favorite Flannel. I've also die cut all of the components for the Ta-Da Diorama from these pattern papers. If you're looking for more information on the Ta-Da Diorama, you can always visit the Lawn Fawn channel, or I did a live Friday video and I shared putting one together in real time. So here I'm showing all of the components, everything you need from the Ta-Da Diorama. I'm also going to die cut, instead of the straight line from the Ta-Da Diorama for the inserts, I use the stitched hills, obviously, for some snow for my Christmas scene card, and I die cut those from some white glitter cardstock. I'm now going to fold my inserts. We're going to put the Ta-Da Diorama together first, then we're going to stamp and color everything for our card. Once I have these two pieces here, and I've got them nice and folded with my bone folder, I'm going to take the background piece. So we're going to start by building the back of our Ta-Da Diorama, and on that smaller little folded piece, we are going to put some double stick tape, and I picked something nice and strong and wide. I have this Altenew tape. It's wide, so that's what I used because it is what I had sitting here. And then you want to take it clear to the edge, but it's going to be slightly shorter at the top and the bottom. And see how that opens? We're going to do the same thing for the other side. And we're going to line it up over here. These will butt up right next to each other, and that is the opening for our Ta-Da. Then you want to fold your inserts at the little tabs, and these are going to slide in to those little slots that we die cut with the little kind of foot or leg type looking die that I was showing a minute ago. And I'm sliding them into one side and then opening up where I folded. You aren't actually ever going to glue these in place because they need to slide back and forth. Now, I know that this is fast. I am trying to keep my midnight release videos on the shorter side this year so that those on the East Coast aren't up so super late. But for more information, click the little icon up in the right corner of your screen and it will take you to a more detailed instructional video for this interactive set. Then I'm going to take these little tabs, I folded them at the score line, and I'm going to glue those down on the back of our front frame. Now, I use the front frame that comes with the Ta-Da Diorama, but you could definitely switch this and use something else if you wanted to. Any kind of fun opening. My friend Shari made a bat cave, and she used one of the den dies to do kind of a imperfect circle opening, and it's so, so cool. Now that I have this, this is all we have left. And this, again, doesn't actually adhere, but it slides over the large openings here on the sides. And this is it for the Ta-Da Diorama, you guys. Look at our cute little wintry scene with the Spiffier Speckles paper. Oh my goodness, I love it so, so much. I did go with the blues because I felt like that gave us a beautiful wintry scene. Now, I am going to lay out my stamps, starting with the Home for the Pawlidays stamp set. I get asked quite often, how do I design things? And very often, this is how. With an interactive card, it can be a little trickier, so having the interactive element right here ready to go is very helpful as I am designing. I will take my stamps and lay them right out on what I'm working on, and that really gives me an idea of how much I need. Now, this bear tree is not from the exclusive limited edition. It is from the Wild Wolves stamp set, also new from the Christmas and holiday or fall holiday release 2023 at Lawn Fawn. The great thing about Lawn Fawn, as you guys well know, if you pick up this exclusive limited edition, it is going to work back to all of those things that you probably already have from Lawn Fawn. So it's a fantastic in addition to what you already own. You can mix and match and make all kinds of incredible cards. This is such a cute set. I think all of the dog lovers out there are just going to love this Home for the Pawlidays set. If you're watching this live in the premiere, definitely pause the video, run over and get your stamp set. You can always come back and join us after you have purchased your set. Now, I am laying everything out. I kind of pulled a ton from Home for the Pawlidays. So the dog house, all 3 dogs. I thought the little dog mat that you can customize is super fun. The dog bowl, the little tree, like little Christmas tree, a little saying that I'm going to grab another Lawn Fawn set for a thought bubble to work with, and accessories. Then that tree from the Wild Wolves stamp set. So I know that might look kind of Halloween-ish, maybe, but a bear tree is a bear tree. For this, I wanted a big type tree to decorate the front of the frame so that it could kind of lead into the rest of the scene when you use the interactive ta-da diorama element. After I've stamped my images on some smooth white cardstock, this is 110 pound weight Neenah cardstock, using an ink for alcohol ink coloring, Copics, ELOW markers. I will be using ELOWs today. Then I am filling in my thought bubbles, and I just simply went to other stamp sets I have in my stash from Lawn Fawn for a thought bubble. In fact, I think whatever one I picked, for some reason I couldn't find the dies. Don't even ask, you guys. So I will just fussy cut that. No one's ever going to know. Now, I did accidentally oversaturate my cardstock with this first dog. And really, I thought to myself, oh no, now I have to restamp it. I have to recolor it. Oh, you know, all the things. But I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let it set. I'm going to let it ride, if you will, while I move on to some of the other elements and color them in, and I come up with a solution in the meantime. So that is a little tip for you guys. If you are struggling and you're like, you make a mistake early on and it kind of either kind of kills the mojo, or you know, immediately go restamp it, sometimes just let it sit for a minute, move on. Come back later and you may have a solution that is going to eliminate a lot of that extra time. And I will be sharing that with you guys here in just a little bit. Now, I was much more careful with the rest of these images. I know Express It cardstock is very highly recommended by ELOW marker, and I do love it. It's just a little thinner than the 110 pound weight from Neenah that I am so used to using. And I have got to the point with my ELOW markers now that I'm pretty comfortable using the Neenah paper with it. I like how it die cuts. I like how my die cuts hold up a little bit better. It is just really, really fun. So now, just going to work my way through the rest of these. I'm so sorry for my little pause there, you guys. I'm working my way through the doghouse. Adding lots and lots of shading, lots of bright colors for the lights hanging on the doghouse. I think this little doghouse is a fantastic addition. If you have any of the previously released dog sets from Lawn Fawn, and then you have any set that has a Santa hat, you could turn pretty much any cute little doggy into a little holiday scene with this lighted doghouse. and use the doghouse with anything else that you maybe already own. I really want to encourage you to look at your investment in any STAMPtember exclusive limited edition that you pick up as a way to build on things that you maybe already have. Now, also, I want to encourage everyone that my goal with STAMPtember is to encourage and inspire. If you want to pick up a set here and there, or even all of them, whatever you want to do, there is no shame here. But make it yours. My goal is to inspire, always just to inspire and encourage you guys to create, because that is what makes this community so amazing. If you are curious at any time what color of markers I might be using to color in any of my images, that information can be found down in the description below the video here on YouTube, as well as on my blog. I will list out each individual image and the colors I used, especially with the fact that maybe quite a few of you have now picked up some ELOW markers, or you're interested in ELOW markers and you'd like to know what colors I used or color combinations. You can always find that information there. So now I did try to go through and color anything that I thought was going to be red at the same time. It maybe didn't work out, but I tried. Some greens, all of the good stuff. Yeah, and then I marked out the dog dish that I accidentally didn't stamp correctly. Sometimes this happens. Coloring in our little doggy Christmas tree. So cute. Came back to my reds. I knew I'd forget something. Then we're going to move on to the actual dog dish up here at the top. I had to re-stamp it since I boogered it up earlier. Little bones, little candy canes. I mean, all the little accessories are so cute. I wish I would have stamped, like they have an individual gingerbread. I think that would have been fun to include, but I forgot. Okay, so I thought it would be kind of fun if I had included that little gingerbread man and had him like in the doorway of the doghouse in the back, you know, kind of like the little gingerbread man, you know, you can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man kind of thing. I don't know why, but I thought of that much, much later after I'd already sent my card off to Simon Says Stamp. So it is what it is. I can do that on another card, right? Now I am taking a white marker and adding highlights, and this is where I come up with the idea to fix my boo-boo. I am going to trace around my dog where some of the color bled outside the line with my white marker, but because I gave it enough time to completely dry, covering it up was a snap. If you try to do it right away, sometimes it doesn't work that great. Now I am ready to lay everything out and start building the scene. Something to remember with the Ta-Da diorama is you want to keep your images only on the frame. You do not want that glue touching anything that is moving and interactive, or it is not going to move for you at all. So it's very imperative to be kind of careful with your adhesive placement, especially liquid glue. I was living on the edge. So my little dog here with the Santa hat in front of the tree and the dog, glue is only around the frame portion and not on the opening portion. Here's where I realized I couldn't find my die for the thought bubble. So I'm just going to snip this out with scissors. Luckily, this is a super easy fix. You guys, if you have been here before, you know that I'm not a huge fan of fussy cutting, but something like this is okay. If I had to fussy cut all these images, this card would not have gotten made. That is just the truth. Next, I want to put my doghouse in the back. I want to talk a little bit about placement on the interactive hills. So the doghouse is clear in the back of the scene, completely in the back, not on one of the moving hills. And this is important because on the moving hills, they have to have room to move. And that means you cannot shift, or you can't fill, the entire hill area, or they will not shift when you close up your Ta-Da diorama. So it is really important to kind of, if you're going to put stuff on the moving hills, which of course you want to put stuff on the moving hills, that's what makes the scene so fun. My suggestion and personal recommendation is on one of them, either have something in the middle or one side or the other, but don't fill the whole area. And then on the other hill, put something on one side or the other or the middle, but don't fill the whole area. So you're going to see what I mean. I've kind of finished filling out the front of my scene first, but I am going to put a dog on one of the hills, and then on the other one, we're going to have the dog's Christmas tree. So on the back hill, we're going to place our cute little dog, and this dog reminds me of a little Chow Chow. We had Chow Chows growing up, and the last one my mom and dad had before they moved from the farm into town, when my dad retired, was named Toby, and I had helped raise him from the time he was a puppy. We had a litter of puppies from the female we had, and she actually passed away, and I had to help care for the puppies. And I would come home from high school every day and just lay on the ground and let them crawl all over me. I loved those puppies, but my mom and dad kept Toby, and he lived a very long life. He was such a good boy, and that's who this one reminds me of, is our Toby. So on that back hill, I'm going to call him Toby. And then on the front hill, I added my Christmas tree and my dog dish. And now it's time for filling in. I've also added my thought bubble to the back that says, Happy Pawlidays. I love the little punny greetings from Lawn Fawn. If you're a Lawn Fawn fan, I'm sure you do too. And I am going to go ahead and put glue on the back of my Ta-Da diorama. And this is where I've got my beautiful flannel paper from that blue flannel that I am going to place my Ta-Da diorama on. I want to make sure it's centered. I did die cut mine using a large stitched rectangle die. This is not necessary. You can just trim it to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches if you want to. I like the little stitching detail as it matches the rest of the look and feel of my Lawn Fawn card, but I did want to mention that that's the size. And then I should have done this before, but I forgot. I'm taking a black jelly roll pen and adding detail to the noses of my dogs, because I think it makes them look like they have wet noses, which I think is fun. Now, I looked at my Ta-Da diorama, and this is where I said, we need more. Always more, right, you guys? And for that, I dipped into some more of my brand new Lawn Fawn release from Fall and Holiday. This is the Winter Birds Add-On. Now, you may have ornament sets, even from past STAMPtember years, where they've had sets that have ornaments. So definitely search your stash. If you don't have this new set, you're probably going to be okay. Look at your other Lawn Fawn holiday sets. I grabbed the string and then the ornaments. I colored them in and die cut everything. And now I am hanging some ornaments from my tree. I thought that kind of just dresses up the tree and gives it more of a Christmas flair, which helps with keeping it even more not into that winter. Yes, winter is what we want. More into not the holiday feel of the design. It's just a bare tree, so it definitely works for winter. And I like these little pops of color. I think they're super fun. It just adds to the scene card. All we're doing now is adding to the scene, and I'm dipping into some of those other sets I have from Lawn Fawn to do that. And you'll notice that I'm going to add even more as we get to the finishing. We're very, very close to finishing right here. It's all those little details that really make something shine. So let's, again, being really careful. You'll notice I'm being very careful with my glue. I'm using my tweezers. I don't want anything to stick to the moving parts of my Ta-Da diorama. And the best thing about the Ta-Da diorama, it pops up, yes, but it lays flat for shipping, and it's going to go incredibly flat. This is a simple wavy banner from Lawn Fawn. This is also old. I left part of this in just to show you guys that I was having a moment. Flip your banner upside down, then take your acrylic block and figure it out. I don't know why this was so hard for me. I really don't. So, but this is the way to get your sentiment to line up and flow with the banner. But I've die cut the banner, flip it upside down, take your acrylic block or even your Misty, if you want to use your Misty, line up your sentiment. Yeah, don't do it this way. I like to show what not to do. Oh, there we go. I wish I should put a light bulb in the video. That'd be funny. Maybe I will. And then flip it over and look at that, you guys. Gee, I figured it out. Lobster Red, one of my favorite red inks of all time, from Lawn Fawn, for the win. Stamping that right on my banner. We're going to glue the banner to the front of our Ta-Da diorama up at the top as our sentiment. I love this greeting. There's no place like home for the Pawlidays. I mean, obviously that works great. I've also die cut and colored some more ornaments from that same Winter Birds add-on set, hanging them from the front of our frame. And I love this because it just adds more to the whole complete design. Really, really cute and fun. And once we have this all complete, that is our Ta-Da diorama, you guys. So fun. Thank you so much for joining me today for the STAMPtember exclusive limited edition release of the Lawn Fawn and Simon Says Stamp Home for the Pawlidays stamp or stamp die combo. The supplies I used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me today for another paper crafting tutorial. I love being able to share with this incredible community of crafters. I want to give a huge shout out and special thank you to my amazing Patreon members. If you're interested in joining Patreon, please click the link in the description underneath the video here on YouTube. Patreon is a private community where you can support more of what I do. There is exclusive content, information, and behind-the-scenes content. Top-tier members will receive a handmade birthday card during your birthday month, access to D-Stash, and monthly exclusive lives, plus so much more. We would love to have you join our growing community. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to click the notification bell to always be notified when there is a new video or I go live. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again next time.